still fucking owe me 650. What's up? How are you, bro? I'm getting confused with who's who, but you didn't mention Mountain Dew yesterday, did you? Or was that somebody else? I think it was someone called Bird. He was like mentioning 3 liters of Mountain Dew or something. What's up, Sean? Yeah. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, bro. Where's everybody from? I know a lot of you are from America, but it's hard to keep up with the States because, like, in general, I don't really have a good memory. And then because there's hundreds of people coming by every day, it's hard to keep track. Okay. Whereabouts? Like, which city in the UK? I gotta be careful. The ground is very slippery here. That's understandable. Yeah, it is. Bro, my mother sent me 30 quid out of my savings yesterday. The reason she's holding on to my money is because I've had a problem with alcohol, and sometimes, like, if I'm holding on to the money, it's too easy to spend the money. So I just send her most of my money every week, like the social welfare I'm getting. And then I just, like, keep 20 for myself so that way I don't go overboard, and I just do my food shopping for the week. So that way, like, you've no excuse to just, like, waste it. You have your food shopping, you have your 20. But I wanted to go swimming and I needed a bag and some shorts. So she gave me 30 out of my money, but I ended up just not getting the bag. I just said, look, I'll use a shopping bag for now. No one's really going to care on the beach. The shorts are only a fiver, but with the rest of the money, I ordered a new SIM card because Tesco Mobile, bro, it's terrible when you're streaming. I should have just waited till the next morning and just went into the shop and bought one physically. But look, it is what it is. I should have it by tomorrow or the next day. It says it should be delivered in 1 to 2 working days. Hey, how are you doing? Getting some Swords Dublin. How are you, bro? That's understandable in Essex, yeah. But I'm still looking for a job, bro. It's just, it can be hard. Like, just, I don't know what's the story with Indeed, bro. Just sending out application after application and you just get exhausted and nothing happens. But I think if you save for the security course and then you have the money and then you get the license, you should be guaranteed to get a job. But I don't want to pay for it yet because remember, I'm going to the UK, Birmingham. I need to save some money for some hotel for there. I need to save money in general. I want to buy a console, so I'm gonna wait till I have a few thousand and then pay for the course. It's been tough for everyone. Yeah, it has, bro. You get better consumer rights when you buy online, Sean, do you? I'm not far from Birmingham myself. Yeah, everyone's telling me Birmingham is a shithole. You shouldn't really go. There's a lot of knife crime and stuff and phone thefts and stuff. But I mean, that's kind of like in a lot of UK cities. And I mean, you can't live your life in fear because that's going on. I understand they're concerned, like, there is probably better places to go to. But on the Ryanair app, there was loads of places that were cheap. And I just said I'll go. But I do think you'd have to be extra careful streaming with your phone compared to here. Like, this is a really peaceful place because Birmingham is a city, like. Or if you wanted, I haven't even booked accommodation yet. You could just book accommodation in the suburbs. You don't even have to stay in the city, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be some nice parts of Birmingham. Like, there has to be. But I want to spend, like, I'm only there 3 days. 2 days in the city and then 1 day outside the city. But just be extra cautious, Just pay attention to your surroundings. Not that bad. It's just what people say, is it? The true Irish laddie. Everyone says Dublin is a shithole. I mean, it is. But like, if you just pay attention to your surroundings and you're just not walking around drunk late at night and then going in laneways where there's crackheads smoking crack, and then you're just vulnerable of being possibly just robbed because they see somebody drunk and there's a gang of them smoking crack, and you're going into a lane to take a piss and you're a tourist and you don't know the alleyways well, yeah, you could easily get robbed. But if you stay in the main busy parts and don't be going down laneways by yourself when you're drunk in Dublin, like, you're fine. And don't be wandering around at 1 a.m, because I remember I was staying out late drinking there before, and I was trying to get home at 1 a.m. and I got pickpocketed. Do you know? So I did go there a couple of times after, but I didn't get so drunk, and I paid attention to my surroundings, and I just went during the day when it's busy, you know, and then it never happened again. Not every place as bad as people would make it out to be. Yeah. I mean, everyone says, oh, don't go to America. I wanted to go visit my friend in Chicago. Do you know that I've been watching his streams for like a year and a half because we became really close. My mother said, oh, it's dangerous, you know. There's loads of shootings. I mean, yeah, there is. But most of that is just drugs and gangland. You know, they don't really target random people. But yeah, you could accidentally get caught in the crossfire. That's true if you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But you can't live your life in fear either, you know what I mean? If you keep thinking like that, you'll never live as well. Anomalies towards the English still. No, people are really friendly, actually, to be honest with you. As long as you just don't start bringing up the IRA or the British Army, and you just be yourself and you'll be fine, you'll be all good. You know. But if they brought it up first and then you started talking about it with them, that's different. But if you just start bringing it up, some people could get annoyed. Chicago, not Gaza, yeah. Hi, Annie. All you can do is take extra care wherever you go, so you know. But I feel like as someone that's from the southern part of Ireland, even if you went up to Northern Ireland to a really prosperous town and you went to a pub there and you weren't known, and if it was in a rough estate, like it wasn't in the main city centre, you know, you could be at risk of being attacked just for your accent. It's actually worse up there for a southerner to go up there than it would be for, like, you know, a British president to come down here, because we've moved on with that stuff. We don't care about that stuff, you know. They seem to be more upset about it than we do. Annie, I was at the beach yesterday. I don't think you were here, but it was pretty fun. But the water was absolutely freezing. It's like anymore. I kind of stay in the same place because I'm trying to save money, and like, what's the point of just taking a train out to somewhere for what? Because then you get hungry and then you start buying food out, and then you're just like, you know, you're wasting your money. Like, I'm trying to save as much as I can and eat at home and stuff. So I'm trying to stay close to home and save for Birmingham, save for a PlayStation, save to go to America. And then with a few grand, then you can kind of do what you want. That's nice. Yeah, I do remember you. Slightly. The ghetto part. I wouldn't say it's ghetto at all. I'd say it's a nice part. But not as fancy as here. It's just alright, if you know what I mean. It's not like here, or it's not like ghetto. Yeah. Some of it. Bro, fuck off, bro. Seriously. I know, but like, come on. Man, I'll actually end up smacking you, bro. Do you want me to? Do you want me to, bro? I'll actually smack you. Fucking bitch, man. Man, you're the pussy, man. You fucking retard, bro. Man, they're fucking retards, man. They're actually spraying people with water guns. Like, that's what you're up against in Ireland. You have teenagers that are going around thinking they're funny. Do you know what I mean? Man, they're fucking scumbags, bro. They didn't get me too bad, but look, it will dry, but they're fucking scumbags. But the thing is, like, if you hit them, like, they'd be quick to ring for assault. I know what they're like. And even though they were spraying you, you'd be the one that'd probably be in trouble. But I was actually running up to him. I was actually going to hit him. I don't care, like. It wasn't just like, oh, just a quick spray. Like, he's trying to, like, drown people. Fucking scumbags. Like, I'm not in the mood for that shit. Why aren't they in school? Because their parents probably don't give a fuck about them. Their parents are probably alcoholics and just have problems themselves. And they've nothing to do all day and they're just skipping school and they'll just go around spraying people. And they'll probably go up there and they'll do it. But, you know, you could actually... I don't even know if that's illegal what they're doing. I mean, it kind of could be classified as assault if you're spraying people, right, with water. I don't know, like, but then since you said you were going to hit them, did I break the law? I didn't hit them, but, like, he said pussy when I walked away. Says the one running away from me when I ran up to him. I was actually going to hit him. Little shits, yeah, they are. But, like, you could hit one of them, but then is that going to be a smart move? Like, should I just let it just dry, or should I wait for them to come back and just give one of them a smack? Or will they ring the guards and then do me for assault, and I'm in even a worse situation? That's never happened like that. They do need a smack. In fairness, that's what they need, though. They need someone to just turn around and just smack them. I should have just kept running after them and not cared if they were spraying and just hit one of them, and then just keep hitting one of them, and then they'll soon stop spraying and they'll think twice, because one of these days someone is gonna fucking hit them. Yeah. So what do you think is the solution with them? Wait here for them to come back, walk up and find them, hit one of them, and just not care if I get wet, just go home and change your clothes? Somebody tell me what to do about it. I bet you they're gone up the top of the street and they're doing it to everybody, bro. Like, now my fucking trousers look all wet, look. No, but Annie, like, I don't know how that would be described. Like, is what they're doing illegal? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, there was just these guys going along and spraying people with water guns on the street, and they got me, and they just kept going. You know, they wouldn't stop. They were trying to drown me, and I says, I'm actually going to hit you. And I ran over to them and hit one of them. I didn't hit one of them, but I was about to. But the reason why I didn't is because they just kept spraying. And then he'll probably get hit. I'll be fucking soaked. I'll probably look like I pissed myself up the street. You know, they just kept spraying and spraying. And they were deliberately going for the trousers. Like, they know what they're fucking at. Yeah, but if you ring the police and say there's people going around with water guns spraying people, you know what the police are like. They'll take 20 minutes, 30 minutes to come, and the guys are long gone. And because they have more important investigations, probably they won't take it seriously. Man, they're already on video. I have their picture. Like, they're such idiots. They didn't even realize I was streaming. Like, you could easily go to the police station with that, you know? Like, that's what they done. Man, get out of here, Chris, man. It's not that I got soft, bro. It's the fact that, like, I'm already on thin ice, bro. And if I commit one more charge or the cops come to me, like, they're gonna arrest me as well. Like, if I hit one of them, and the people around here, if they see you hitting someone underage, they'll just call the police and say there's something going on here, and then they'll turn around and be like, "Oh, he hit me," and I'll be like, "Yeah, but they were spraying me," and the police will probably be like, "Yeah, but you should have ran away. You didn't need to hit him. He's a minor." And then you're in court. See, that's the problem with them. They know that they're underage, and they know that there's no consequences for their actions. And nothing's going to happen when they go to court. And if you touch one of them, you know, you're taken to court for assault. And because they're a minor, the judge is going to go harder on you. Take the video and tell them you know their parents. See, the thing is, guys, yeah, there wasn't just one of them. There was like 3 of them. And they all had like water guns that were full of water. So I was just trying to get away from the water because I would have been soaked. And it would have looked like that I pissed myself. And it would have looked embarrassing. And like, they were actually following me and spraying me as I was walking away. And I ran up to them and I had my fist. I was like, I'm actually going to hit you. And I would have, because they wouldn't stop. And then they just were like trying to spray as they're running away. But then they ran away then because they know that they'll probably get hit if they come back. They ran off then, but as they were running away, they said pussy. If anyone's the pussy, it's them. They're in a gang, you know, and when I tried to hit one of them, they all ran off. But the thing is, like, if I hit one of them and somebody around here sees that, they'll probably call the Garda. The Garda will come, you know, and then I'll probably be nicked as well. And then I'll be in court. And the judge will be like, I don't care if they were spraying you with water guns. You hit a fucking minor. You're already on probation. You know, so there's nothing really you can do. And they know that. They know that. That's the thing. You know, it is common here because a lot of them, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them, their parents don't give a fuck about them. You know, they live in a council estate. They're just bored. They're not going to school. They're skipping school. They're just going around harassing people. Sometimes they buy eggs from the shop and they start throwing them at people. I've seen it. It's not common out here that much. It's more common in the city, but it can still happen. I've seen it happening. And even there's been reports of them going around hitting people in gangs, like just looking for trouble because they're bored, like targeting immigrant people and stuff. And then the person can't do anything because there's a gang of them. Even though they're 14 or 15, if you have 6 or 7 of them, you know, they're going to kill you. Yeah, try to refocus, yeah. Environment, act accordingly. I'd be prepared if I saw them again. That makes sense. They would never do that if they were alone. 100% they wouldn't, bro. If they were only one of them, you're right. Try to remember the consequences you might face. Yeah, that's the thing. Because even though like they are technically assaulting people, yeah, they know that nothing's going to happen when they go to court. And they know that if you hit them, you're fucked. You know, and the guards are not going to care if you're in the wrong. Like, I remember when I was in the Garda station, when I had to sign on my name every week, you know, there was this like Indian or Pakistani looking man with his kids that was like, oh, there was teenagers, they were throwing eggs, they were harassing me and my family, you know. I was going to restrain one of them, you know, and then they were like, you shouldn't restrain them because then they can accuse that you touched them. Like, that's how crazy life is nowadays. It's just ridiculous, like, you know. But I think what I done was right. Show them that you're not afraid. Run towards them. Say I'm gonna hit you. They're gone. They'll be afraid of you next time. And next time, if they do fucking spray me, I will fucking hit them because I'm letting them know that I'm not fucking afraid. But it's good that they ran away though when I ran towards them. Scared me to death though, being a lady. Yeah, it's pathetic. Yeah, stop it. Yeah. But if I actually had to hit them, you know, they might not tell the police, you know, because technically what they done is wrong too. Nothing might not happen. But then what you need to worry about, it's a passerby ringing the police. And I don't want to be giving statements. I don't want to be fucking talking to them. You know, they did this, they did this. I'm already on thin ice from stuff I've been doing in the past, being picked up drunk in public when I had an alcohol problem. And the police know me around here, and I don't want to be talking to them. I don't want to be dealing with them. I just want to get on with my day. Like, look, it's only a bit of water. We'll dry off. Shit, there's always trolls in here, isn't there? Thanks, Shani, Michael. Hello. Bro, I'm going to go back on the live later and I'm going to screenshot the picture of them. So if I see them around, I'm going to know. I'm going to be prepared. One second, bro. I need to listen to a voicemail. Yeah. But what do you think the right thing to do? Like, actually hit them? Could that work out worse for me? Because they were following me and they wouldn't stop. But I had to run towards them with my fist to get them away. I was like, look, I'm going to hit you. Like, I probably wasn't going to, but I had to scare them off and do something. Otherwise, I would have been soaked. But I was worried if I actually hit them, that things are going to work out worse for me. And I'm going to be in a much worse situation. Rather than just letting it drying off. It's just water at the end of the day, right? Yeah. And people coming in here and saying, oh, you pussied out, you didn't hit them, are fucking retards. Because you know what's going to happen if you hit them? You might get a charge. You know? And then you're in a worse situation. When I say you, I mean me, you know? This, I would not. Gotta be the adult, yeah. It is really unfair though, because like, there's not much consequences, like, and there should be, like, I don't care if someone is underage, like, you know, they should be sentenced, like, for like, oh, you sprayed someone with a water gun, you know, you're gonna get 2 months in prison, you little shit. You know, they'll soon cop on, and people say, oh, they're only kids. They fucking know what they're doing. They're not fucking 4-year-olds, you know. They have some cop on. They're 15, 16. They should know better. And if you just keep letting them off, well, then nothing's going to be done. And it's a big problem in Ireland that loads of people have complained about. Not so much out here, but in a lot of parts of Dublin, it's a big problem. And they're actually so stupid because they didn't even realise I was streaming. Like, such good timing, like. I've already showed them that I'm not afraid of them. You know, if they do it again, I will be hitting them. But I don't think they will be doing it again because I've already showed them I'm not afraid. And I have their fucking picture. So now I can, like, you know, if I see them, I can just stay away, cross away. How is the connection? Is it going or is it bad? How is the connection? Like imagine like the guy was only about that high. He was skinny as a plank. He was only about fucking 12. And he's like, pussy. Bro, I'd fucking boot you up the fucking street, bro. Man, they need some fucking manners on them. Like, they need some... Parents just don't give a fuck nowadays. And the courts don't take it seriously. But you know, when I was in Poland, the young kids are like really well behaved. They don't do that kind of stuff. And I think it's a Dublin thing as well, because when I was in loads of other counties in Ireland, it doesn't really happen, you know? Yeah, thank you. If everyone is new, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And they're saying pussy, like, because I didn't hit him. No, it's because, you know, I'm the one that's going to be in front of a judge and probably be sentenced because I'm already on fucking thin ice. And I'll be sitting in a cell and you guys won't. You guys will still be spraying people, you know? So, yeah, that's what it is, you know? You didn't see what happened. There was these kids and they tried to spray me with a water gun. There was like 3 of them, bro. And they wouldn't stop. But I didn't want to hit them because I didn't want to get a charge. But I did run over to them with my fist and they ran off. Because I had to scare them away. But obviously they did get scared because they disappeared, right? If they were so brave, they would have came back and done it. I was never like that growing up as a kid, like, you know, filling up water guns and just going out into the street and just finding people to spray, like. But like, you know what I mean? Curious, like if I hit one of them, like I'll be the one in the worst situation. You know, you got to be very careful, and they know that there's no consequences because they're like 16, 15. But the court should be stricter, like. Like, can't be going around spraying people. Like, imagine some poor old woman or something and she's soaked. Like, it's horrible. Like they definitely have a lot of problems in their family home. Like, someone else